I don't think people maybe fully realize, you know, in passing a policy, say like this, it does ensure somebody that they feel comfortable being in Grand Rapids, knowing that a police officer's uniform is not going to violate their rights.
But what we do as public servants is balance, and we have to balance what's for the best interest of the people in the community, but also what's for the best interest of the city as a whole. And sometimes that's easy and sometimes it's very difficult. And this is one of those times when it was a little bit difficult, a little bit challenging, I should say. But we worked together and came up with what we believe is a good product and the start of where we'd like to head in the future.
From where I live, where I work, what I do, the fear amongst our Hispanic residents is measurable. It's serious. Grand Rapids, I see John Hemmold here. Grand Rapids Public Schools is facing it. I know police officers that are actually escorting kids to school along Granville Avenue as they walk to Cesar Chavez School because their parents are afraid to leave their house, so they're sending their 5- and 6-year-olds walking down Granville by themselves. Mercy Health is talking about 25 to 30% Hispanics not showing up for their health appointment. We hear comments from our police department where there's a crime committed in a Hispanic neighborhood and they're not getting the kind of cooperation or reporting back that they should get because they're fearful of cooperating because they don't know what it's going to do. This is a very serious issue that affects a very large percentage of our population, and if we can pass a policy, words matter. And once this passes, which I'm hoping that it will, and I'm hoping it passes unanimously, but once this passes, this gives folks who work in these communities something to put up and say, look, the city passed a policy. Now,
multiple commission meetings, we just want everyone to feel safe in our community. And if we can put in writing the practices that we keep, this helps people to know that this is home and they can feel safe here. And I think Commissioner Allen, you did a good...
There's no doubt that there will be those who may not see it as perfect. I don't think any policy is perfect. But I do think it speaks to the fears of those amongst us, in particular our undocumented brothers and sisters. And so I'm very happy that we're at this place. I know that it is...
I understand what everyone's saying in terms of words matter. I guess my whole point was that actions speak a little bit louder. And so when this first came to us, one of the main concerns was that a police officer would or wouldn't be able to ask about immigration status or national origin. Does that address that in this policy, or is that still something they're able to ask? Because that was my main concern when we looked at this the first time, is that how does this policy address that?
It's addressed under the bias-based policing policy. So it is addressed, and there are situations where officers may ask immigration status.
Okay.
And it's based on the policy that the police department put forward in July.
Gotcha. Then that was really my overall ultimate concern. So I will be voting yes for this, but I think it's very clear, and I think we should be clear that in essence one of the basic questions that was brought before us is still on the table in terms of officers being able to ask that question. And I think we should be real about what this can and what this can't do. And I think it's just based from me, you know, being with the 7.5 years that I've had, it's always been around policies that are pragmatic and have real meaningful impact of what's in our scope. And I understand why this is brought before us, but I mean, immigration is in the scope, ball field of the federal government. So I just don't like getting into areas that we can't actually impact, you know, and have an impact long term. So I just want to make sure I stated that. Thanks.
It's very well said, Commissioner. In terms of a pragmatic approach, there are times when it's important for us to ascertain if a suspect, if a witness has local ties, and that doesn't necessarily mean just here internationalized, but they're not going to go anywhere in the time it's going to take for us to launch an investigation, obtain statements, and the like. So those are questions that are important from a law enforcement standpoint that will continue to have the opportunity.
All right, Commissioners, I'm going to call the question. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? It carries. All right, thank you all. And I'll add my thanks to the Community Relations Commission, not just for your work on this, but really for all the work that you do in our community. So thank you.
Thank you.